Welcome back to Shib Planet, everyone. Alright guys, we have an official update from the developers who are working on the Shibarium blockchain. And as most of you guys know, Shiba Inu has several projects which are in the pipeline for 2022, and the biggest one is Shibarium. So today I'm going to show you exactly where we're at with Shibarium's development, and then we're also going to see how long we have left. And I've also got this screenshot here of Shibarium's bridging interface, and I'm also going to talk with you through this as well. And then after that, we're going to do a price prediction on the Shiba Inu token and also on the Bone token based on market conditions and also expected use. So stay tuned until the end if you guys are interested to seeing what that's going to look like. Welcome back to Shib Planet, everyone. This is Ace. Yes, guys, I'm glad that we're now listed on Robinhood, but what I've personally been waiting for is arguably Shiba Inu's biggest value offering, which is our very own Layer 2 blockchain, which is going to run multiple games, a DeFi protocol, a metaverse, and multiple blockchain-based businesses. There's a lot to cover in today's video, guys, so let's get right to it. All right. Did you guys know that the Shibarium blockchain is currently being developed by a combination of the Shiba Inu developers and a team over at Unification? And every now and then we do get a small progress update. And recently we got our biggest update yet. According to a recent Medium article from the Unification team, Shibarium is now going through second stage alpha testing. And here is a tweet from the Unification team. They are currently working on multiple projects simultaneously at the moment, and Shibarium is one of them. This is what they have to say in their tweet. They say, expect to experience the biggest impact of the Foundation's efforts towards the second half of the year. And then over here, they list some of the projects which they're working on. It looks like they're testing a blockchain, either for themselves or for someone. They have an NFT platform. And then, of course, they have Shibarium, which is one of their projects over here. Alright guys, before we go into details about Shibarium, some of you may want to know why a Layer 2 is important for Shiba Inu. Currently, Shiba Inu is an ERC20 token which runs on the Ethereum main blockchain, and our tokens, which are SHIB, LEASH and Bone, and also our DeFi application ShibaSwap, they're all built on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is a really good blockchain, but it's not big enough to support all the thousands of applications which run on it, and as a result, it's very inefficient and users often have to pay very high gas fees in order to do anything like transferring tokens, staking, providing liquidity, and also minting for NFTs. So basically, a Layer 2 is basically another blockchain which is built either on top of Ethereum or alongside Ethereum. And on this additional layer, projects can run multiple applications outside of the main Ethereum chain, but they don't have to compete as much for transactions to be validated. So this results in a much faster and cheaper user experience. And the transactions, they're often bundled up and then posted all at once onto Ethereum for final execution. So in this example here, Shibarium is this additional layer, and everything like ShibaSwap's token swapping, staking, minting, and game transactions, they're actually going to happen here, where everything will be faster and gas fees will be very low, even much less than 1 cent. Alright, let's take a look at what we know so far about Shibarium from Unification. Now, this is a concept screenshot of the bridging interface for Shibarium. I highly doubt this is what it ultimately is going to look like, but it's a good illustration which we got from them. Basically, before you can make and approve any transactions on Shibarium, you're going to need to transfer your current Ethereum-based tokens from Ethereum, which is the Layer 1, over to Shibarium, which is the Layer 2. Now, this is a process which is called bridging, and I guess that's what this interface is for. So if you want to deposit your tokens onto Shibarium, basically you'll need to connect your wallet, and then you deposit, and you have to select deposit over here and make sure that you choose Ethereum as your source blockchain. And then from there, you'll be able to select whatever tokens which you want to bridge over, and pretty much choose the amount. And I suspect most of us are going to be bridging over SHIB, LEASH and Bone. And I'm not sure if that can be done at the same time or if it'll have to be token by token. And then after that, we have to make sure that we're selecting the output chain as Shibarium and then simply click transfer. It's important to note that we will have gas fees a little bit in ETH at this point, since it's still, since this is still a transaction which needs to be validated on Ethereum as well. But once this is done and all your assets are on Shibarium, we can finally say goodbye to high gas fees, and as we start using our applications and games, etc. And here's some additional comments which we got from the unification team. They say, at least about Shibarium, transactions are going to be approved in seconds for pennies. We can easily bridge any token onto Shibarium, and it also says that it's going to work with ShibaSwap, and of course, and they have something about earning bone. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, guys, also be on the lookout for scammers, because it's a typical scammer thing to do, to be able to try and rebuild this and then try tweet things to try get people to jump onto Shibarium early. So pretty much look out for scammers and stuff like that, and don't click on any links unless it's from the main Shibarium Shiba Inu team, which is as far as I don't think it's going to be at least a few months from now. Anyway, it's also important to know that if we ever want to cash out any assets, we're going to have to do the same thing but in reverse, meaning that we're going to have to select withdraw and then transfer from the Shibarium blockchain back to ETH. And we'll probably have to pay gas fees at this point again, but that's just the nature of layer 2s. Anyway, here are some comments from the unification developers regarding Shibarium. They say, the unification team continues to play a strong role in the development of the Shibarium network. Shibarium, which will be the premium L2 for the SHIB token community and in partnership with the SHIB army, enabling rapid low-cost transactions optimized for gaming. And that's pretty cool. It looks like there's going to be a strong focus on gaming, and that's probably why it's been started taking longer, and that's my own personal comment. They go on to say that the project testnet is planned to launch within the next months, with a public beta to follow shortly thereafter. So months, your guess is as good as mine at this stage, but we'll comment on that later. They go on to say that there's currently a lot of hard work which is going on in the background and a lot of moving pieces, and they're in the process of deploying a second private alpha testnet, which will be used, for testing. And ultimately they'll be able to get, blockchain explorers, wallets, and token bridges and stuff like that. And once all these things are in place, they're going to invite some trusted users, and then after feedback on that, finally there'll be a public beta testnet, and that'll be pretty interesting when that happens. And that's basically the update. Shibarium is now doing a second private alpha testnet, and then once they build once they do that, they'll build blockchain explorers and wallet integrations and all that other stuff. And then they're going to invite a small test group, and then after that launch a public beta version. My only issue is the timeline is still very unclear, and I do understand that this is the nature of tech development, so it's actually impossible to give timelines. But from what I gather, and by the way things are going, it looks like we could have a public beta version, hopefully by June or July. But anyway, that's just my own personal guess. Okay, I'm just a commentator, but here's what I think happened. This is just my own 2 cents on my, my explanation on why I think things got delayed or are appearing delayed with Shibarium. I think we were supposed to have Shibarium late last year or even early in January this year. But I think that version of Shibarium only had ShibaSwap in mind, and also ShibaNet, to an extent. But since then, as you guys know, Shiba Inu has always been evolving. We did sign a deal with Playside Gaming, that AAA game studio, and I think that opened doors to a whole other different kind of application to consider. And that, of course, is the blockchain game, which is going to be under development. And then shortly after that, the metaverse. And so we probably had to rework a lot of things to make the blockchain a lot more secure and more robust. And also, there's things like wellies to consider. If they want to, launch their global franchises, I do assume that, it's going to require a lot more out of Shibarium. Anyway, and I also do recall that we had one of the Shiba Inu developers who was out of action due to family reasons late last year, and also, at the beginning of this year. Anyway, I ain't no developer, but that's just my observation. Anyway, I would rather see, I would rather have Shiba Inu release something which is perfect rather than to rework something constantly, because that would actually look bad. Anyway, looks like I'm rambling again. Let's do a quick price prediction. Now, as with all my price predictions, this is just me having a look at the market. I think that it'll be heavily based on Bitcoin, and a best case scenario, in the way that I see it, it's possible that Bitcoin could hit its all-time high again this year. But I think there's a lot of things working against Bitcoin. For example, we do have the consecutive, what is it called, interest rates hikes, which are going to be happening throughout the year. And also towards the end of the year, there'll be that crypto executive order. It had 180 days or so to get a decision made. So that's like towards the end of the year. You never know what sort of impact that's going to make. And also we have the infrastructure bill. I do think towards the middle of the year, some sort of decision is going to be made, which is going to talk about, it's going to better define crypto. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details, but long story short, I do think that Bitcoin could potentially reach its all-time high. But I don't think my personal opinion, I don't think it's looking too good for that. But it does have a lot of good adoption. Anyway, so if Bitcoin hits that, I do think Shiba Inu can at the very least, double its market cap. So I'm gonna double Shiba Inu's market cap, up until there. I think I'll just take it up maybe close to 30. And I do think that we do have a circulating supply of 549 trillion. I think we can lose 10 trillion. I'll explain why just now. I'm going to burn 2% of that. So I've burnt 2% of that. So we now have 538 trillion. This is by end of 2022. That's just my 2022 prediction, guys. So I think the reason why I think we can burn 10 trillion tokens is through the burn portal. I think if the burn portal is initiated, if even half the SHIB army can burn even 1 million to 5 million tokens, that's anywhere from 2.5 trillion plus tokens. And I do know that they mentioned that there's incentivized tokening. So I think that SHIB could potentially top at this price. And if that happens, that could, that'll be good news. But I don't think it would be able to hold this, too long. If it does, then that's great. That's just what I see. And as for the Bone token, I do think Bone token is going to see a lot more action, because if everything jumps online and we've got Shibarium working, and I do think utility is one of those things which centralized exchanges like to substantiate before they list. And I think Bone is going to get listed on a lot more exchanges because of that. And that might pump its market cap up to at least a quarter of a billion, 250,000. So we could see a more constant $3 price for Bone. And that's just my own observation. Nothing just, I'm most probably 90% wrong, but hey, it's just a price prediction anyway. Before I continue, guys, I recently received my physical crypto coins from Minted Crypto USA, and they're much better than I expected. If you guys are interested in actually owning your own realistic, high-quality physical collectible coin of your favorite crypto, whether it be SHIB, Doge, Bitcoin, or any others, you can get them at their website. They now have really fast shipping options available within the US, and each coin comes individually cased in a clear, protective case. I'll leave my affiliate link in the description. And with that, that's it for today's video, guys. Do let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the Shibarium update? Would you rather that it come out sooner with bugs or later and stable? And thanks for your constant support, guys. The best way you can continue to support this channel is by simply hitting the like button and also leaving a comment. And also let me know, what other crypto projects do you guys hold? What are you excited for? What are you bullish on this year outside of Shiba Inu? And once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.